Remember when 30 FPS felt like buttery smooth luxury? When jagged shadows were the peak of realism? And installing a game meant sacrificing half your hard drive and 3 hours of your life? If you remember this era, your back probably hurts right now. Let's see how 3 early 2000s classics look and feel on a modern mid-range system. We're just checking if the games we worshipped actually hold up today, or if our nostalgia is just lying to us. And honestly, I'm not sure I'm ready for the truth. In the early 2000s, this world felt infinite. Characters had actual schedules, quests had consequences, and loading screens gave you enough time to grow a full beard. Now, the game runs so fast on modern hardware, it feels like it's trying to escape its own engine. We're hitting hundreds of frames per second in a game designed to run on a literal toaster. Look at these rocks. These textures look like someone scanned a potato and stretched it across a mountain. That texture has seen things, very blurry things. Nature looked different in 2002, mostly brown and pointy, and yet I remember being absolutely blown away. We didn't need 4K, we had imagination. To run our next game, you needed one of these. The GeForce 46000, look at that tiny fan. Today's graphics cards are the size of a microwave, but this little guy was the undisputed king of 2002. Then came Need for Speed Underground 2. This wasn't just a racing game, it was a personality. Neon lights, custom vinyls, and spinning rims that cost more than the actual car. Plus, a tuning menu none of us actually understood, we just moved sliders until the bars went up. If your PC held a steady 30 FPS during a rain race at night, you were royalty. Now it runs so smoothly the game looks embarrassed of its own mid-2000s edginess. Those reflections though, that's not ray tracing, that's ray guessing. That road texture looks like a burnt pizza. I refuse to believe that's asphalt. But we didn't care about the ground. We cared about winning pink slips in the soundtrack. Press nitrous and suddenly your PC starts praying for mercy. The nitrous used to double your speed and your fan noise simultaneously. I still have no idea what I'm doing, but it looks cool. Total street racing atmosphere. Peak 2004. If you weren't an NVIDIA fan, you probably had the ATI Radeon 9800 Pro. In 2003, this was the only way to see the high-res textures in our final game. This game didn't hold your hand. It didn't give you map markers. It barely explained the controls. It just dropped you into a weird alien swamp and basically said, "Good luck, don't die." Look at these textures. Someone clearly invented the color, ugly just for this world. And these faces... Is that a slap-on mask or a medical emergency? If you're 30 or younger, you're not allowed to laugh at these graphics. You didn't live through the struggle. A modern NPC has more facial animation in a single blink than this entire game had in 60 hours. But here's the secret. We weren't analyzing polygons. We weren't zooming in on blurry moss or arguing about processor bottlenecks on Reddit. We were too busy getting lost in the world. Also, installing all 3 of these today took about 5% of the time it took to install just one of them from a CD. Modern hardware is insane. Games look photorealistic, and performance is through the roof. But these classics prove that fun isn't about the pixel count. It was about the experience of stepping into something new. Would I play them for 40 hours today? Probably not. My eyes would melt, but at the time, they weren't just games. They were magic. Thanks for taking this trip with me.